Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahushai, Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahushai, Brakathe Yahweh, Brakathe Yahushai, call Light Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakal, Kadash, double honor to the apostles and elders which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim pushing the truth and sincerity, and those we putting the videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. This is McQuad from the Trumpet NVA camp, and I'm gonna get right into it. Matter of fact, I was gonna start here, but first let me get So it's Job 2 and 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? So Yahweh asked Satan, where were you coming from? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So Satan basically replied and said, testing these people, basically wreaking havoc, which Yahweh was not mad about because that's his job. Matter of fact, let's see real quick. You go into Satan, it means adversary. Okay, so and when he's adverse to righteousness, he's put out to do wickedness. That's his job. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahshua did not have a problem with what he was doing. It says, and Yahweh said unto Satan, Slakia, verse 3, and Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? So Yahweh said, you've been going around testing people. You test my man Job yet? Like imagine if it's a guy running around telling him he's the best boxer, whatever, and then somebody else pops up, and they be like, yo, but you didn't fight so and so yet. Why you ducking him? Did you fight him yet? That's basically how Bashim Al-Shan was saying, like, yo, my man Job, he the man. Watch this. Job 1 and 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared Yahweh Bashim Al-Shad and eschewed evil. So Job was perfect and upright. Why? Because he feared Yahweh Bashim Al-Shad, and he hated evil. Okay, and so Job was perfect. So you go back forward. And it says, go back over here. It says, and Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? So Yahweh was like, you going back and forth, terrorizing people, testing people, things like that. You tested my man Job yet? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahshua knew Job. Basically, Job was like the Floyd Mayweather of his day. Like, he was the man. He couldn't be touched. He was perfect. Like Floyd Mayweather, his record right now is perfect. Well, back then, Job was that Floyd Mayweather. He was that ball. He had everything. The women, the children, the land. He feared Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. He had everything. So you consider my man Job yet? He the man. So it says that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahweh Bashim Yahshua and eschew evil, and still he hold fast his integrity. although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, skin for skin, ye, all that a man hath, he will give for his life. Put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So basically, Yahweh Shem Yahshua told Satan, like, yo, do what you gotta do, but you can't kill him. His life belongs to me. But you can test him any way you want to test him. So before this point of Job being tested, nothing was wrong with him. He feared Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. He kept the law, statutes, and commandments. He hated evil. So he was doing everything right. He was never getting judgment. Everything was up and up with him. Okay, everything was up and up. And the reason why I brought this up is because as a man of the Lord, this is the game for Satan. Okay. His job is to get points. Okay. And he gets points by sifting out men. He gets points by having men fall. That's when he gets his points. He don't gotta sift you out for to get points. He can sift you out just by you breaking the law. He's getting points to his scoreboard. And the way Satan works, he doesn't have to come and get you all in one day. He can slowly chip away and slowly break down your integrity piece by piece. He doesn't have to get you all in one shot. People think when you fall out or whatever, it comes in one day, one blow. No, it's slowly chipped away. Slowly chipped away. So I'm gonna go over here. This is Luke 22 and 31. And Yahweh said, Slaki. And Yahweh Shai said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So Yahweh Shai told Peter, like, yo, man, Satan, he wants you out of here. He want to get you. Okay. He wants to get you. And that's Satan's thing. He loves coming after the men of the Lord. Just like he had fun with Job. Like he wrung Job out. Okay, he wrung Job out. Like that's Satan's thing. He loves fighting he loves the what is that what's it called? He loves the so-called pay-per-view fights. He like coming after the big guns. Okay, he don't care about the small fries. Small fries are nothing to him. These petty gangbangers and thieves, these basic 2/3, they're nothing. Now, the actual men of the Lord in the highways and hedges, these are the guys who he want. And now it's not a lot of ways that you can come at a men of the Lord, because if we're doing our jobs properly, there's not a lot of outlets that you can get us. Okay, there's only a few. You can't use our This is why Yahweh Shah said, "Pit nothing before him." Okay, not yourself, not women, not your family, not your children, and not even, like I said, your health, which also can go back to your health or things that you like to do, because Satan will use everything in his power to bring you down. He'll get on you. He'll come after you by women. He'll come after you by your health. He'll come after you by your family, your children, and he'll come after you by your job financially. He'll use all these different ways to chip at you. He'll use your women to chip at you a little bit. He'll chip at you financially. He'll chip at you via your son or your daughter. He'll chip at you by your family. Now, you'll probably think one of these alone won't do the trick. Maybe. But then if he's constantly chipping at each one, slowly pulling the thread, everything is going to unravel. Okay? Everything is going to unravel. And like I said, this is Satan's thing. This is what he does. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And like I said, Yahweh Shah, he's told us of his devices. And we know of his devices. Money, the financials, women, children, and family, and our health. These things are Satan's devices. And like I said, most men, in the truth, we can eliminate most of these things. Family, easy. Okay. The hardest ones were probably, if just thinking, is probably children and children and women. These what I would assume are like the two things Satan could use the most, because typically a person is not going to give up their children, or typically a person is not going to just give up women. Like, these are two things that men typically are not just going to just give up. So these things are things that Satan is going to use, but you got to be aware of situations. You got to be aware you're playing, your life is now a game. Okay? And Satan, the the king of the left hand side is playing against you. Okay, he's playing against you. He has many many bodies. He has many bodies. Satan is not a game. Let's go over here. But really, I wanted to, on this specific video, I wanted to touch on the aspect of women, because I've been thinking, and I've been thinking women to a degree, and in truth, had it the worst. But we know that women are not as strong as men. We know that Scripture says that women are the weaker vessel. We already know that. But I was just thinking, and these women, they do be some. They do, as men of the Lord. You know, women that you're with, they 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 uh they bug up, they bug out sometimes. This, that, and the third. And but when you really examine what's going on, this is because this is these are elite demons that's coming up against us, and they're all being focused primarily, mostly on the women. Like in my situation, uh, the only way really to attack me is via a woman. That's really the only way to attack me. Financially, I'm not worried about that. My health, not really worried about that too much. Already dealt with that situation. Um, Family, not really worried about that. Most things I've pretty much cut off, but the women part, that's where Satan chooses to attack me. That's where Satan chooses to attack me. And like I was saying, these are elite demons that are coming after us. Satan is not going to send a low level guy to go attack a high level person. He's going to send elite demons to attack elite people. This is what Satan is going to do. So women that are actually with men of the Lord, they, in a sense, they do got it tough, because like I said, these are elite demons that are coming after them, trying to get to us. Well, I'm gonna get this, because even Job was, I was gonna get Genesis 3 real quick on Eve, but I'm gonna get this real quick first, because even Job was thrown off and kind of caught off guard when this happened to him. It says Job 2:10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 9. Job 2:9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse Yahweh Bashim Yashai and die already. It says, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. So Job was caught off. You can tell he was caught off guard by how he said it. He's like, you speaking like one of the foolish women. What are you talking about? It's like if you with your wife, and you know that she know the truth, and you know that she knows what's going on here, like, and then she tells you something like, man, just curse Yahweh Shimi Al and just die already. You'd be looking at her like, whoa, what you talking about? Curse him and die. Because it'll catch you off guard. Like, you supposed to know better. Why would you say this out your mouth? That's how you know Job was caught off guard by how he said this. He was caught off guard by this. Okay? Like, if somebody in the world walks past and they say things like crazy about God and said that third, you'd be like, all right, whatever, get ready and die, nigga. Because we know, like, these people don't know what's going on. But if a person that you would expect knows what they're involved in and what's going on, when they say things off the wall like this, you kind of get caught off guard. But the thing is, Satan was coming at Job hard. He threw everything at him. Everything Satan had, he threw at Job. And like I said, one of the ways that Satan comes is your woman. And he came via his wife right here, tempting him, saying, just curse Yahweh Shemi Shah and die already. That was just a test. Job obviously passed it because this is what he said. He said, shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh Shemi Shah and shall not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So Job did not go off with his lips. He didn't curse Yahweh Shemi Shah. He didn't speak crazy about Yahweh Shemi Shah, how he turned his back on him and this, that, and the third. Because he understood Proverbs 11:1. There's a balance in this. Okay, so he understood you're going to get the good and the bad. So he defeated that because he knew the scriptures. But the point of why I brought this up is because Satan was coming at Job all kinds of ways. Killed his children, killed some of his children, uh, took away came at him financially, turned his wife against them. All these different things Satan used to come at Job. And these same things are happening today. And like I said, and like we already know, Satan's strongest device is these women. And that's easily backed up. Genesis 3:1. And now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yahweh which Yahweh had made. He said unto the woman, hath Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yahweh said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye should die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for Yahweh does know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired, to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So the whole point of this is Satan came via the woman to make Adam break the law, to make Adam go off. Right? Now, Satan tried this with Job, but it didn't work. But like I said, the point why I'm bringing this up is Satan, one of his main devices is these women. Okay? And it's not like you can say, man, well, I'm just going to stop dealing with women and I don't got to worry about it. No, Satan is going to come. There is no getting out of temptation. Acts 14:22 tells you through much tribulation we're going to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shemi Ashah. So there is no getting out of the temptation. There is no getting out of tribulation. You're going to go through it one way or another. Okay, so there is no getting out of it. Okay, there is no getting out of it. Let's get a different example. Um, so this is Satan again coming via Delilah on Samson. So it says Judges 16:6. And Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. So basically this is going into Delilah via Satan is coming to Samson trying to figure out his weakness, because the Philistines wanted to destroy Samson, but they couldn't because of his strength. They didn't know how to come up against him. So what happened was they sent Delilah to basically figure out what was going on, find out his weakness, how to stop him. And Samson eventually gave in and told her his secret, and he ended up being captured, lost an eye, and eventually freed himself, but dying in the process. But the point of this is, how does Satan come? A woman. Let's get another one. It's 1 Kings 11. First Kings 11:3. This is King Solomon, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh Bashim Shai, his power, as was the heart of David his father. For Solomon went after Azareth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abominations of the Amorites. So the point is, again, Solomon got old, and what happened? King Solomon, his heart went off to other gods. He started to go after other gods. And how this happened? Via women, once again. And let's go over here, because we're pretty much in our toughest battle right now. It says, this Hosea 1:2, the beginning of the word of Yahweh by Hosea. And Yahweh said to Hosea, go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms. So Yahweh Shemi Ashai commanded Hosea, go take a wife of whoredoms. So, and this is a symbol of us today. We're going to take wives of whoredoms, not just physically, as in they've laid down with many men, but also spiritually, because they have been taking on all these other doctrines. Okay, so we're literally setting ourselves up for failure. Now look at Solomon. Look at King Solomon. How did he mess up? Because he eventually got weaker over time, and then he started going after the gods of his wives, because they didn't follow Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai. Now when you fast forward to this time today, which manifested through Hosea, as he commanded Hosea to go take a wife of whoredoms. Okay, so right now we're in the same shoes as Solomon, in the sense where we got to deal with women who are not of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Okay, they got Satan on them, they got Esau on them, and it's pretty much we're inviting Satan in to a degree, and pretty much we got to endure the same test that Solomon ultimately failed. We got to endure that same test via these women. It says, unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land have committed great whoredoms, departing from Yahweh Bashim Yashai. So this is a curse unto us for going up against Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Watch this. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahweh have created a new thing in the earth. So since we were backsliding and disrespecting Yahweh Bashim Yashai, he's going to create a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So since we went off and started backsliding, going up against Yahweh Bashim Yashai, rebelling, which means go to war, he turned the women against us. He turned the women over us. So these are curses that are upon our people. Okay, these are curses that are upon our people. But to wrap it all up, this actual curse is what women got to deal with the most, being with a man of the Lord, because on one hand, she has the power from Satan, equality. I can do anything a man can do. I work just like he do, but I gotta take the back seat to him. Who the hell is he? He put pants on one leg at a time, just like I do. But this is Satan playing on the women's minds. Okay, this is Satan just playing them. That's it. Because that's all that's going on. Satan is just playing these women. But just like the men got our test, as a woman, your test is you gotta humble down. You gotta understand it doesn't matter if you make more money. It doesn't matter if you work like he worked. That none of that matters. The only thing that matters is what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua set up. And he set up the woman to be over the man. The woman cannot assert authority over the man. That's just how that's just playing out how it is. Okay. And like I said, the men, we got our test, but as a woman, your test is to be submissive unto your husband. That's your job. That's your test. Okay. Despite having power to do certain things. Okay. And that's what really that's humility. That's that's humility. Having the power to get something. That's humility. Actually, that's humility. Having the power to get something done and not carrying it out, taking the road that you have to take aside from the road that you want to take or could take. And as men, we go through the same thing. We're in the highways and hedges. People talk to us crazy, or on a job, people talk to us crazy. We could just blow up and just run off our emotions and do stuff like tell them they're going to slavery, this, that, and the third, or put hands on them. But sometimes it's but we understand as men, we understand that we understand who our head is, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, and he gave us specific instructions. You gotta wait on me. So we understand in the back of our mind, we understand that. And despite how we feel, we're not going to go up against that. Why? Because we fear Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to death, because we understand what's at stake if we do get out of line. And that's the things that us as men, that as we get older in the truth, we understand this more and more, and it's easier for us to control it. But like with the women, your thing is, even though you have the power, you might work the same as much as your husband, or you might um make more than he do, or as much as he do, whatever the case may be. That doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua set up. And what he set up is the men over the woman. He didn't say, well, if y'all make more money than him, then y'all are over him. If y'all make as much money than him, he got to do as much as you do. No, this isn't a 50-50 thing. He's above you, point blank, period. That's it. It ain't no way around it. It just is what it is. And if you fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're going to respect that. And ultimately, you need to keep that in your mind, because when Satan comes, he's going to try to get you to go adverse to what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua wants. But your job is to not go adverse to what he wants. You just got to endure until what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua wants. It's just that. Okay? But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Brakal, Kadash, Adawan, Ratazah, Atham, Tamayim, Akim, Yakal, Shalom.